First Peter 5 says the devil is seeking who he may devour. Join Don Allen as he looks to make you undevourable.
Thank you for taking 7 minutes out of your day to become undevourable. I'm your host, Don Allen. We here at Two Guys and a Bible, we love to see the miraculous in people's lives. I love it when somebody receives a healing or a miracle. I love seeing people set free from pains and sicknesses and healed of diseases. And we see that many times. But I got to say that if we were being honest with you, we probably see just as many people that we've ministered to not receive their healing or their miracle. I mean, that's a reality. And in that, well, I sought the Lord as to why, because, there's always an answer. And so I just asked the Lord, why is that? And that simple question has led to these past 5 episodes on understanding the healing power of God. But this is what God said to me. He said, there is a team that is so powerful that there has never been a sickness, a disease that has ever in the history of time been able to defeat this 2-member team. That team is your faith and God's healing power. Now, this is an equal team, but what about healing power? What do we really know about the healing power of God? Because in the end, what's taken place is we have faith, we believe, and here's the thing, many are frustrated with God or themselves because they are believing and yet not receiving. And it all comes down to not having that understanding about healing power, how to recognize what makes it available, when it is available, what to do with it. And because of that, we're not recognizing how to get our faith into contact with it. Most are waiting for that one man or that one woman who are especially anointed in the healing service to lay hands on them. And well, that's about it. That's about the only expectation that most have for healing today. And because of a lack of understanding, we're missing what's already here for you and I. We have been discovering the laws that govern healing power, and we have found that they're very similar to the laws of electricity. So the past couple episodes, we talked about law number 1 and law number 2. Now, number 1 was this: just because the power is present, it does not automatically mean that you'll just be healed. No more than the power of electricity automatically turns on my light bulb. Luke 5:17 says this: the power of the Lord was present to heal them. All of them. But only that one man walked out healed. It wasn't enough that power was present. And let me say this. It's not that they needed more power either. See, I've got electrical power present here in the studio, and yet I've got this light bulb laying here that's not lit up. Even with all this electricity, it's not just coming on. And you know what? My need for the light to come on isn't making the light come on. And even if they could somehow send me more electrical power, well, that too wouldn't make the light come on. Law number 2. The power can be present, and your senses can be totally unaware of its presence. We see this in Luke 5 and again in Mark 5. And again, these men in that room with Jesus, they were not giving any natural indicators of the power's presence. But again, it says that it was there. They were all looking for it in another way. Same with the thronging masses in Mark 5. Virtue was in Jesus, but only one woman recognized its presence. And all the others that were pulling on that garment, well, they didn't recognize it. The paralyzed man and that woman with the issue of blood, they had no natural indicators to lead them to believe that Jesus was healing. In the same way that we don't see, we don't feel, we don't taste or hear electricity, we could walk into a dark room and have no indications that electricity is present, and yet you'll walk right over there and flip the switch. Which leads us to law number 3. You must first believe in the power's presence if you're going to benefit from it. So many people are saying that there's no more healing for today. That power is no longer present. And it's because they're going off through our first 2 laws here, and they figure that, if it was present, well, then God would just heal me. Or that we would somehow know because of our senses. But when's the last time you walked into your home and you needed electricity to make its presence known to you before you turned on a light? We have an understanding in the availability of electricity. See, no one would say, well, since my light didn't come on, electricity's not for today. That's what we say about healing power. Well, I didn't get healed, so it's not for today, or it's past. Even though we have millions of people who say they've been healed. Nope, I wasn't healed, so it's not for me. Well, again, you would never think that about electricity, right? You have a belief that it is present, and because of that belief, you simply plug things into outlets and flip switches and turn on TVs, and you never give it a thought. You believe in electricity's availability, and so you allow your actions to follow based off of those beliefs. If we didn't believe in electricity, we would never know what to do with a light switch. We would never look to have that light come on. We wouldn't seek out those methods that release electricity. It's like when I was in Africa, there are places that have never seen electricity. They wouldn't know what to do with a light bulb or an electric switch. So to benefit from healing healing power, you're going to have to believe that it's present and that it's available. It's kind of like looking down your street and others have their lights on, but because yours isn't, it would be like saying, well, electricity doesn't exist. Well, it does. It just simply means you've not recognized its availability in order to tap into it. We believe in the availability and the presence of electricity because of faith. We've been taught, and from out of what we've learned, we have that basic understanding of electrical power. And now we move to release it so we can benefit from it. So stop doubting the power to heal. God supplied this power all the way back in Exodus 15 when he said, I'm the Lord God that heals you. And at that moment, power was made available for all. For there to be no healing power would mean that the power supplier has ceased to exist. Well, I think we know that God's still on the throne today, and because of that, healing power is still available. Law number one, just because it's present does not automatically mean that you're just going to be healed. No more than the presence of electricity just turns on my light. Law number two, the power can be present and your senses be totally unaware of its presence. I don't see it, smell it, taste it, feel it, or hear it, but it doesn't mean that there's any electricity. Law number three, to benefit from the healing power of God, you must first believe that the power is present. I would never look to screw in my light bulb or plug a cord into an outlet if I didn't first believe that electricity was available for me to do so. Once we gain an understanding of the healing power of God, we're going to get your faith teamed up with it. That's going to make you undevourable.
Thanks for listening. If you would like more information and resources on how to be undevourable, we invite you to check out our website. Go to www.TwoGuysAndABible.com. That's TWO GuysAndABible.com. You can also contact Don Allen directly for prayer. His email is don@TwoGuysAndABible.com. Telephone is 573-216-1871. That's 573-216-1871.